Hello America, and thank you for tuning in to us again and hearing what we have to say. I'm Russell, I'm with the New Conservative Party, and tonight we wanted to go over a little bit of our objectives with you. The main objective that we have is to create a viable third party that has the ability to compete with the Republican and Democrats' platforms, and that is based solely on conservative principles and values. One of the main principles that we have is the ideal of upholding the ideals laid forth by the Founding Fathers, and that is the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. When this was written, it was written in a very easy to understand, basic way that limited the size of government and protected the people from being ruled over by a federal government much like a monarchy. We want to make sure that we have state sovereignty. We want to make sure that all the states have the rights that were guaranteed to them by the Constitution. By doing this, we would limit the size of the federal government. Right now it has gotten big, bulky, and out of control. They're getting their hands in things that they don't belong in. They have their hands in pockets they don't belong in. Right now, they are buying up private industry and firing executives. This is not what this country was based on. We were based on a capitalist idea and free rights. We want to uphold the amendments that were made on the Constitution that were designed to keep the people from being ruled over by the federal government once again. The most important one that we believe that there is the free speech. Right now they're using this doctrine of they call it the hush-rush bill. What they're wanting to do is they're wanting to silence the people on talk radio because they say it's not fair that they can talk. Well, these people are just giving their ideals. They're saying what they believe and they're saying what their convictions are. That's something that everyone should be able to do and feel free to do and not feel scared to be able to do. We want to make sure that we have the right to bear arms. This is important to us. In the Constitution, the reason they wanted that there is so we could overthrow the chains of tyranny if it ever rose up again like it did with England. If we don't have that freedom, we're not going to be able to defend ourselves when the murderers and the thieves come along like they have today. Another thing we want to do is we want to simplify the tax code. The tax code in America has gotten bulky. It's books. I mean, it's not something very simple. It's books. And you have to have a college education to really understand this. We want to make sure that we get rid of the earmarks, the lobbyists out of Washington. These are people that don't have your, my best interests in heart. They're worried about what they want to do with money. They want to fill their pockets. They want to make sure that the laws are passed that benefit them, not the American people as a whole. We want to stop deficit spending. Right now, the government, all they're doing is propping up dead trees with all these bailouts that they're doing. They're not bailouts. They're hurting people. They're taking money from private citizens and giving it to other private citizens. Why do they have the right to our money and we don't? It is not the government's responsibility to decide how we spend our money. It's ours. And I believe that the American people can do it better than a government can. We also believe that every American has the right to life. Now, what we mean by that is, even before birth, a person has a right to live. And we believe that every person should be given that chance and should have that opportunity. We are the Conservative Party. We are based just on conservative values. And we would really like to have your comments and suggestions. And once again, we've placed our email address at the bottom of this video. And we can't make this happen without you. So please respond. Tell us what you think and tell us what you want. Because we want to make some changes to this government. And we want the American people to do it, not the politicians in Washington. It's not their job. It's ours.